Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we have got a very interesting recipes for you, which is veg korma. This recipe is from the north of India and it's a very creamy and mild curry, and we are going to give it a try. For my recipe I've got 1 small onions that I diced small. I've got 3 small carrots cut in these size of pieces. And then I have 2 potatoes that are cubed, half a head of cauliflower and leaving the florets big, 1 cup of green beans, half a cup of peas. I have here 16 cashew nuts. I will be using 10 of my cashew nuts to blanch and make a paste, and the other 6 I will roast out to garnish. For my braising, I am going to use a tablespoon of ghee, a 1/4 cup of oil, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger and curry leaf, and also got 2 chillies that I will slit and use. You can adjust your chilies how hot you like your curry to be. For my braising, I've got half a teaspoon of whole jeera, 1 teaspoon pure chili powder, half a teaspoon dhania powder, half a teaspoon hurdee, and a teaspoon of salt for taste, but we will taste along the way. And thereafter I'm going to use a cup of coconut cream, but you can also use the fresh if you have. And along the way, I'm also going to use a cup of water. Firstly, we're going to start by blanching our cashew nuts to make a paste. I've got my stove on medium heat, and to a little pan, I've got my water. I'm putting in my 10 cashew nuts to let it to blanch, and thereafter you mustn't throw the water away because we are going to use 2 tablespoons of the water. We will allow this to blanch till the cashews are soft and turn color into white. I've also got my pot to start with the braising. Firstly, I'm going to add in my oil and my ghee and let this warm a little. I'm going to fry out my remaining 6 cashew nuts, which I'm going to use to garnish. It has been about 5 minutes and my cashews are softened up and turned color, so I'm going to switch my stove off. My cashews are nicely roasted, so I'm going to just take them out and leave aside. To my heated oil and ghee, I add in my onions. I'll allow this onions to fry soft. To my onions, I'm going to add in my curry leaf and then my whole jeera. Firstly, I'm going to add in my carrots to allow this to fry because carrots are slightly harder than the other vegetables. I will give this a good mix and then add in my potatoes. I will give this a good mix and allow it to cook for about 10 minutes. 10 minutes has passed, and as you can see, The carrot and the potatoes is roasted well. So to this, I'm going to add in my cauliflower. And my ginger. My green chilies. And my salt. I'll give this a nice mix and allow it about 5 minutes to fry before adding in my water. 10 minutes has passed, and while my veggies was frying, I had my heat on very low. These veggies have to fry out properly, especially the ginger. To this, I'm ready to throw in my masala. And on my low heat, I'll allow the masala to cook. 3 minutes has passed, and my masalas are fried out. Now I'm just going to throw in my green beans. And allow this to simmer a little bit. Another 3 minutes has passed. Give this a nice mix. And now I'm going to add my cup of water to my veggies so my cauliflower can get a little soft. I give this a nice mix. Here is my cashew nut paste that I made, using up about 2 tablespoons of its water, and I ground this in my pestle and mortar. Our cauliflowers are gone a little soft. To my veggies, I'm going to add in my peas. I have frozen peas, so they cook out very quickly. That's why I'm adding them last. I'm also going to add in my cashew nut paste. I will rinse this off quickly with a little bit of water and add it in. I will give this a good mix. And to this, I'm going to add in my 1 cup of coconut cream. You can substitute coconut cream to normal cream, but when you're making your cashew nut paste, you can put in some fresh coconut and grind it together. I'm going to put my stove on very low and let it simmer for 5 to 6 minutes. This has been simmering for 8 minutes, and my vegetable korma is done. This has to have our veggies a little firm, but your potatoes must be cooked completely, which is my potatoes are done completely. Thereafter, I'm going to garnish with my roasted cashew nuts, and I'm going to switch my stove off, and while this stands, it will start getting thick on its own. Here you go, your lovely veg korma served with some nice roti on the side. But usually you can eat this veg on its own. But other than that, it goes very well with some lovely naan. But today we made some roti to go with. This is another veg recipe which you can try, and this is also very delicious with some lovely ground ginger and coconut cream and also your cashew nuts paste. Something very unusual, but give it a try. Thank you all for watching and enjoy.